Hi, this is Dodger and you're watching my show. So I'm so excited because in like an hour we're gonna be doing the podcast and I haven't been on the podcast in like 2 weeks. I really miss those guys. It's gonna be fun. I haven't talked to them in so long. And it's gonna be really hard to live up to Wow Krunder in a wig pretending to be me. I think that that's the best iteration of myself that could possibly exist in this universe, so I'm always gonna be falling a little bit short, guys. By the way, if any of you are really big into collecting like figurines and action figures and realistic models, things like that, if you get to the collector's edition of the game Injustice, it's like $100 I think, it's coming with a custom figurine. But the figurine is kind of insane looking. Okay, it's Batman and Wonder Woman on the Fortress of Solitude with the lasso of truth around Batman's neck as he's attempting to get away, and she is holding Superman's baby rocket, attempting to hit him with it. What I found confusing is that I saw a totally different figurine, and I don't know if it's like the difference between US and EU, like if it's just coming out in a different area, but there's another iteration of this figurine that looks way less ridiculous. I don't know, it's just so like, it's more funny than anything. Was it supposed to be epic? Or is it supposed to be kind of hilarious? Because I find it more hilarious than anything, and Wonder Woman looks positively terrifying. I don't know, man. I don't collect anything like that, so I won't be getting it or caring about it too much, but I really hope one of my friends gets it so that I could be like, ah! For actual gaming news, Steam's Greenlight program finally worked out for a game. There's a game called McPixel that just came out, and it went through the entire process of the Greenlight program and came out on top. It's available for $4.99 and is being described as an adventure game meets WarioWare. And if you couldn't tell from the title, it's very pixelated in its art form. I don't know, I just think that for the developers that are really counting on this and hoping that this works out, it's really good to have some sort of a pioneer, to have somebody go through the system and have it all just fall into place and work. I guess at Fantastic Arcade it was actually featured in a custom arcade cabinet, but didn't give any context whatsoever, so the game, I guess, in keeping with the WarioWare idea, you have like 20 seconds to do like different random things to keep stuff from blowing up. Something like that. But can you imagine like walking up to an arcade cabinet and being like, oh, I'll try this game, and then just having it like throw you into it, no explanation whatsoever? It's very much in keeping with that style of a game, so it sounds like it's kind of fun. What do you want, phone? Oh, it was my mom telling me that my blood type is probably A positive. The more you know! Any of you who have been playing the Walking Dead games and have been hoping either for all of them to be out on retail or have been wondering when the next episode is going to come out, episode 4 is just around the corner. Episode 4 will be happening in October, and then they're planning on having all 5 out and ready to go by December. So I'm assuming that November is when the 5th episode is going to drop. They didn't explicitly say that. All they said was soon after the 4th episode, the 5th episode will happen. So I'm gonna assume it's month by month. I don't know how many of you have been playing those games, but they are very, very good. It's a good showing of how useful QuickTime event games can be in terms of telling a story. I really think that they're well done. Yeah, it says all 5 episodes will be bundled on disc for retail sale on December 4th for Xbox 360 and PS3. So, 5th episode has to happen before then. It's gotta be November. I think the next season of The Walking Dead show happens soon, too. Let's look it up! What? It premieres on October 14th? Best! Oh my gosh, that's the best news! I can't wait! Or Daryl, all day, or a day, Daryl, best character, made for the show, I don't even care! As a final bit of news, on October 18th, CDProjekt is going to be putting on a live stream in which they are going to tell you guys the name of their cyberpunk game that has right now just been called Cyberpunk game. There will be news about the Cyberpunk game, there will also be news about Witcher 2 modders, there will be news about what Mac users can expect, and I think that the way that you access the stream is either through their Facebook page or through GOG.com, because GOG.com is owned by CDProjekt, if you didn't know. It sounds like they're really pushing all of the information for Mac because they're going to make it so that a lot of other games are accessible to Mac users, especially on GOG.com. I actually just had a conversation with somebody who has only Mac and was looking on GOG, and he was like, I wish that there were more games on here that I could play, like, it kinda sucks. And then this information immediately came out, and I was like, yay! In terms of the Witcher 2 modding information, I assume that has to do with the Red Kit? But I don't know, I I don't know, we'll have to see. I don't know what all is going to be involved in this, but if you are a Mac user, you should definitely check in. If you've been interested in their Cyberpunk project, you should definitely check in. Or if you have to miss it because you're gonna be doing something super cool that isn't just sitting in front of your computer like me, then I'm sure that the information will be accessible after the fact. Anywho, that is my show. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a positive or a negative response, feel free to leave it in my comment section. And if you want to have coffee with me, you can click wherever I put the annotation and it'll take you to my other channel. And otherwise, I will talk to you guys again on Friday. Oh my gosh, brain fart. Friday, I'll talk to you on Friday. Wow, I thought for sure it was Monday for just a second, and then I remembered the podcast, and I'm gonna go get ready for that. Okay, love you, bye-bye, mwah! Let's look it up!